There we go. All right, so welcome to the Business Pathway Division meeting, welcome meeting. Does anyone have any questions? That anyone can't hear me or anything before we get started? You can put something in the chat if you need to. All right, so I'm gonna get started. My name's Irene. I'm one of the counselors here in the Business Division Pathway. And Jasmine, you want to introduce yourself?
And if you want to pin me for them to see me, my name is Jasmine Aviles. I'm one of the counselors for the Business Pathway as well.
Okay, so I see you on the side, so hopefully everybody should see you. Can you see other people on the side there, Jasmine?
No, just you.
Just me? Technology. Let me see. Let me go back. Okay, now do you see you up there too? I put pin.
I just see you again.
Okay, I'm not sure. I put the pin and I see it there on the side. No, I'm not sure, but hopefully everybody can see you. All right, so I'm gonna go to the next slide here. Let's see. All right, so for the students out there, you're wondering why are you in this pathway? It is because there's many areas and aspects of business that you can go into in this pathway, such as accounting, economics, entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, some people may not know, it's kind of a big word. It is just talking about owning your own business or starting your own business. Human resources, management, those are different areas in this pathway. And then within the pathway, we also have majors. So more specifically, accounting, to work in an office, doing accounting, maybe bookkeeping. We have business technology. You can work in an executive office, medical office, legal office. We have some people who they own their own business, them and their significant other, and one person's handling the operations of the business, and then the other person's handling the office part of the business. So that would be a good either certificate or degree for someone in that situation. Also marketing, if you wanted to work for a company and do their advertising, marketing is a good area to get into. Sales and marketing often go together. Retail management, we have a retail management certificate program. I'm learning more about that because I'm kind of new, but to the division. But I have been told that there's an organization called, I think it's the Western Association program. They pay for some of their employees that work for grocery stores to go through our program. So that's something, if you're interested in that, that's something to look into. Then there's fashion merchandising, management, and I think the last one is, business administration for transfer. And that's a transfer degree for business. If you're planning to go on and get your bachelor's degree and want to work at like a business executive or go higher up in a company, then definitely you want to go on and get your bachelor's and your master's, your MBA, to get up to those higher levels in business. Are there any questions about the majors? Jasmine, did you want to add anything?
Yes, so for business administration for transfer, so even though we have, let's say you want to go into accounting, if you're planning on transferring out to Fresno State or any other institution, we recommend the business administration for transfer. Once you transfer out, you can decide which branch you want to go into, such as accounting, marketing, entrepreneurship. But basically, this degree prepares you more than just having an associate's in accounting. But it just depends on preference too. As Irene mentioned, we have different certificates available for you. For example, our real estate certificate is only 3 courses. You get your certificate once you pass them with a C or better. But then after that, you'll have to take the California test exam for you to be able to become a real estate agent. And of course, you need some experience working maybe for a company, and then later on you can build on your own company as well.
Thank you. Next slide. All right, so some of our business majors that we have at Fresno State very much line up with the business majors here at Fresno City. So we try to get you prepared as much as we can to transfer from here to there. You may or may not get a degree with us. That's up to you if you want to get a degree. I got my degree here and then went on to Fresno State and got my bachelor's there. But my husband, he did the other route where he did his classes here, and just to transfer, not get a degree and go on and get his bachelor's. You can get your bachelor's without getting an AA if you want to, AA or AS. So, okay, and then you can see here, there's a couple different ones maybe that we don't have: entrepreneurship option, data analytics, sports marketing option. I think that's one that we don't have. We have most of the others, I would say. So if you're interested in one of those, you need to let me, Jasmine, or another counselor. We have another counselor in our division. Her name is Lori Swain, and she couldn't be here today. She's sorry she wasn't able to make it. But she is with our three of us here. And so if you need help in business, there's several different business pathway counselors, which we're going to go over that. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, if you need help with this, just let us know. So we are your pathway. I was already getting there before. Your pathway is made up of deans. So that's our manager, kind of, is in a sense, our boss. He may hopefully join us, I think, in this session sometime today, but we have our dean. His name is Dr. Tim Woods. And then counselors, like I mentioned, there's three of us: me, Irene, Jasmine, and Lori. There's instructors, so you'll see their offices in the building and outside in the courtyard if you're here in person. If you are taking classes 100% online, you should have an email for your instructor, and you can email them to communicate with them, and that's very important. And then we have student services staff members here to help you as well. We have an office in each division. I didn't know that when I was a student, that each area of study has their own office. So there's a business division office, social sciences division office. So just, that's good information for you to know if you needed some help. Okay. So now I think my camera might have gone off, so something changed. So we support you from the beginning to the end. We have academic advising, support and intervention, financial aid. They're separate offices. And then I can't see that last one. Jasmine, can you see the last one there?
Transfer and career support.
Okay, yes, thank you. Did you want to add anything about any of those?
Yes, so basically, you have the support from everybody here at Fresno City College. We do have different support services, such as Irene mentioned, transfer. So we can help you create your student education plan, which is telling you basically from beginning to end what class are you going to be taking, as well as when are you expected to graduate. So financial aid, we do have some knowledge, but of course we want you to see a financial aid advisor for you to be able to see if you're qualified or what else do you need. And we're here to support you from beginning to end. We just want to know, what is it that you want to do? Are you pursuing a certificate? Are you doing an associate's degree? Are you planning on transferring? So depending on where you tell us that you want to do, that's how we advise you. So once you meet with us, we will just gather some information. What is it that you want to do? And we'll go from there. And I know it can be challenging sometimes being a first-time student. You don't know what to do, where to start. But just utilize all the resources that we have available for you. We're here, and we just want you to have a great time here at Fresno City College.
All right, so we have a little video here to show you. So I'm going to start it here.
Hi, welcome to Business Pathway. My name is Mandy, and I'm a student ambassador at Fresno City College. My major is economics. The Business Pathway provides classes within a broad area of interest and gives you specific options for earning certificates, associate degrees, or preparing to transfer to a university. I'd like to encourage you to get involved with this pathway and possibly join a student club related to your interests. These clubs often host speakers and organize interesting events. We want you to be an involved student here at FCC, so get to know your team and participate in the activities that are designed just for your interests. Like me, you have a team of counselors, instructors, and staff to help you. They will be there to assist you through your college journey and help you with your educational goals.
My name is Lori Swain, and I'm one of the business pathway counselors at Fresno City College. We have counselors with expertise in your major who work closely with your instructors to keep up with educational trends and program requirements. Our team also has support from financial aid specialists, tutors, and administrators. All of us want to help you complete your college goals efficiently without taking extra courses you may not need. Counselors can help you by developing a plan to select courses you can take each semester and by helping you access resources to make sure that you are successful. To stay successful at Fresno City College, meet with one of our pathway counselors regularly, at least 1 to 2 times a year. To schedule a counseling appointment, you can go and use the Starfish Counseling Appointment link from the Business Pathways webpage or from the Fresno City College Counseling webpage. You can also call the Business Division at 559-442-8222 or the main counseling office at 559-442-8226. Make sure to get to know your instructors and ask them how you can be involved. Your team really cares about you and your success, so make sure that you let us know what you need. We look forward to connecting with you this semester. Go Rams!
All right, so did anyone have any questions on that? I know somebody put in the chat that they could only hear the video, but I think that's all you needed to hear at that time because nobody else was saying anything. So was there any other questions or issues?
I would like to ask a question for our participants, Irene.
Okay.
So thank you for joining us again. So any student who's coming in who watched the video, of course, do you guys know why the student was telling you to join clubs and organizations here at Fresno City? And you guys can unmute yourself. Okay, so on the chat, we have no why. So what I tell students is this. You guys are competing with each other. For the business pathway, we might have 2,000 students, right? Graduating this, let's say, spring 2024 semester. And all of you are getting the same degree. Some of you are just getting associates, some of you are planning on transferring, but what is unique about you? If me and Ricardo are graduating with the same degree, let's say I got straight A student and Ricardo got C's and B's and A's, so he passed, he got his degree, but then I joined clubs and organizations, I did internship hours, I was out there taking leadership roles. At the end of the day, my resume is gonna have more. So who do you think is gonna get higher? Me, who I did more, or Ricardo, who just got an associate's degree? So that's something that you have to consider. And yes, Kylene, it will be me. So I want you to be and do the extra mile, not just come to school and go to work. What else can you do? How can you make an impact in the community? And I want you to be the student who graduates and gets a job instead of the student who graduates and doesn't know what to do at the end. So keep that in mind. We do have different clubs and organizations here on campus for you to take advantage. So, and again, there's no wrong questions here. If you want to know more about it, we can help you out. Anything that you need, we just want you to be successful.
Thank you, Jasmine. Okay, I'm trying to, there we go. All right, so let's see here. All right. So how do we support you? You're in the middle. We're surrounding you, helping to support you. So we're here for you. Remember, you're paying for your education. And so you want to make sure that you know what are your resources, who's out there to help you. So a pathway counselor, that's Jasmine, myself, Lori, we're your pathway counselors. You have other supports such as your instructors, your teachers are there to help you. And like I mentioned, you're paying for it. So please talk to them. We've talked about Jasmine and I recently about communication, and I was going to tell her, and I think I forgot that I feel like communication is the key to all relationships in work, in outside of work, and in school. So the best way to make sure that we're having a good relationship with our instructor is to communicate to them. And they're not mind readers to know what's going on in your life, right? So if something's going on where you have somebody maybe in the hospital, or your kids are sick, or you have some unexpected work event, you need to let your instructors know and make sure you're emailing them if you're 100% online, or if it's in person, that you're communicating, just chat with them before or after class, go early, find out when their office hours are. All instructors have office hours. Even if they're part-time instructors, they'll have office hours, okay? So please talk to them and communicate with them. And the worst they're going to tell you is no. If you ask them for, extra time on a test, or turning in an assignment late, they could say yes, they could say no, but you're not going to know until you ask them. So it doesn't hurt to try. And then deans, we mentioned that's the dean is like over each division, and he's the one that helps with all the instructors and counselors in the pathways as well. So he or she, in our case, it's the he, Dr. Timothy Woods. And then support services like support staff there to help you. If you need some documents, you can go into the division office and they might have documents for you there, like something called a grade review petition, or can't remember any of the other ones. I think there's like prerequisite skills challenge forms, things like that.
And I would like to add Irene too.
Yes.
So as Irene was mentioned, communication is key. Definitely, we don't know what's going on. So let's say you start school the first few weeks, and then you start showing up. Communication is key. Why? Because if you don't tell us, you're gonna get an F in your transcript, because you enroll, you were going to school, but then you didn't tell us, so you got an F in your transcript. At the end of the semester, you might be getting below a 2.0. So getting below a 2.0 means that you're gonna be in probation, and there's different levels of probation. And we don't want you to affect your GPA, your academics. It can be a stressful situation for you. So we just want the best for you, as we stated before. Also, like, communicate with you don't have a specific counselor like high school, but you do have different counselors here. We are knowledgeable and try our best just to help you out, be successful. And we know things happen all the time. You can have family obligations. You might not have the money to commute to campus or come to campus. So there's always different reasons. And we have gone through college, me and Irene, and we know it's challenging, it is tough. But our suggestion is don't give up. Seek out the resources. If you tell us what's going on, we'll try our best to help you and support you. And it's okay. Like, you don't have to be a full-time student here to accomplish your degree. If you feel like you're working full-time and you just want to take 3 classes or 2, it's fine. It's going to take you longer. But again, if you're passing your classes, that's all that matters. And as the circles show you, we are a support system. But if you don't tell us, we don't know what's going on. So definitely keep us in the loop. Let us know how can we help you.
Thank you. All right. So again, more about your success team, success network. We mentioned that we're your pathway counselors. We're specifically in the business division, but there are other counselors that are in your pathway that they're not necessarily housed or stationed in the division, but they're still knowledgeable in the business pathway. So if you're having trouble making an appointment with myself or Jasmine or Lori, Lori Swain, her name's right here, you can try these other counselors. We no longer have Sunny or Ya, but we have Anita, Ernesto, Hector, Francisco, Susanna. Hector is gonna, and I'm not sure who else out of here, if there's anybody, but Hector is gonna be going to our West Fresno campus. We're having a new campus starting this fall semester. So if you're interested in that, please let us know. We can tell you more about that. But when you go to register for classes on self-service, you're gonna look for that location. If you put in Fresno City College, it'll show the West Fresno Center campuses as well. Because it isn't like an extension of Fresno City College. So please be aware that you can make appointments with any of these counselors you see on this page. If you see that blue button off to the left-hand side, it says schedule appointment. You're gonna click on that, and then the next screen should show us what you're gonna see. Select a reason. Do you have general questions? Do you want to talk to someone about your student education plan, which we often just say SEP? You need a SEP, you'll hear that a lot. You need your SEP updated. And so if you are, let me do this. Hold on one second. Okay, I think we're okay. If I need to do something for my interpreters, please let me know in the chat. Okay, so the SEP student education plan needs to be updated every semester. So you want to meet with us at least once in the semester, even if you're not on probation. We want you to meet with us to make sure you're still on track. Okay, we want to go over your classes, what you've already done, what you still need left to do. If you are on probation, then definitely we need to meet with you because we need to clear your probation hold, which doesn't mean we're clearing you from probation. It just means that we're clearing you from the hold so that you can register. And the way you know that you're on probation is at the end of every semester, spring and fall, not summer, but spring and fall, you should be getting an email to your student email. So it's important that you know how to check your student email. If you don't, let us know or call tech support. If you need the number, let us know. We can get that for you. But you need to know if you're on probation so that way you can get ahead of the game when it's time to register. You won't need to go through that extra step of getting cleared and doing a probation session. If you're a level 1 or level 2, you have to do a workshop. The level 1, it's an online workshop, it's already there for you, but the level 2, you have to attend a live Zoom session like this that you're in right now, okay? And then if you just have general questions, like you just want to ask, like, how do I drop a class? How do I add a class? Can you tell me what's my GPA? You know, we can look that up for you. So just put your reason when you're making the appointment. And then a lot of times, same when you go to the doctor, right? You give a reason, but then when you get there, it can be everything or more than one thing. So that's fine. It doesn't have to be exact, but give us the general main reason for the appointment. And then you're going to pick a day and time for the appointment. And then let's see what's next. You're going to review and confirm and make sure that everything is correct. If you make your appointment, please make it for a time when you're going to be able to really give dedicated focus to that appointment, to that meeting. We don't want you to be driving. We don't want you to be at the grocery store. We don't want you to be meeting with somebody else, or, you know, if you have a family and you have a lot of interruptions and distractions while we're meeting, we'd rather that you pick a different time or location for that meeting. So please give yourself a quiet space and time to talk with us. We want you to make sure that you can get onto Zoom as well. So if you don't have Zoom, please download that before you meet with us. You should all have Zoom, you're here. So, but just make sure you have it. And then what's the other thing? Get on early and I would rather that if you could get on a computer rather than your phone. And it's nice to turn on your camera so we can see your face. You don't have to, but I'm sure you like seeing myself and Jasmine rather than a blank screen when we're talking to you. So that'd be nice if you did the same for us. So any questions on that making an appointment? You can put it in the chat if you don't want to speak up.
And I would like to add also, Irene, that so a student educational plan, it can be one semester or it can be the whole time you're here with us. So we have two things that we look at. One is the general education where you have to take your English, your math, your science, your critical thinking, plus your major courses. So you have to take both and reach out to 60 units for you to transfer out. And also depending where you want to transfer out, they might have different requirements. So that's important for you to know, like, do I want to transfer? But if so, where? On probation. So one thing that right now you're new, so you might not be aware of this, but we take a look at two different GPAs. One is the term, which is either fall or spring semester. Let's say you do well, you got a 3 point something your first semester, then your second semester you got below a 2.0, and the next semester below a 2.0 as well. So you come back again and you got like a 3 point something GPA, and you're like, yay, I did great. But then your cumulative GPA, which is the overall GPA, might be below a 2.0. That's why you're on probation. So that's the main difference between the two GPAs. So please take consider that. And then I know it might sound common sense, but a lot of students, when we send out emails, it will be through your Fresno City College email, not your personal email. I know a lot of students think like we have information about your personal email, but we don't. So everything will be through your Fresno City College email. So please make sure you take a look at that for important information. And yes.
All right, thank you, Jasmine. So the importance of meeting with us. So some of this might sound kind of repetitive, so we apologize, but we just want to make sure that you understand what services are offered for you and what we expect of you and hope for you. So importance of meeting with us, updates and transfer information. So like we talked about earlier, communication being a key to all relationships, right? So we want to make sure that we're updating your SCP, we're updating you want to update your phone number, your address, things like that as they change. So you want to make sure that you're updating all that information for us. Also, we want to keep you informed of any updates or changes on our end. So classes requirements do change from year to year. So back in like 2018, 2019, you didn't need an ethnic studies class, area F on the CSUGE sheet. But now since 2020, 21, they added area F and they took 3 units from area D, which is social sciences, from the CSUGE sheet. So you used to need 9 for area D and there was no area F. Now it's 6 units for area D and they've added 3 units to area F for area F. So if you didn't need it for your degree with us because you started before they had that requirement, then you will still need it if you go to Fresno State. So we recommend that you do take it here with us to get it out of the way. Let me see, I have a question here. Okay. So yes, please let us know in the chat if you have a question, or you can unmute yourself at any time. Feel free to speak up and ask anything you want. So yeah, we want to make sure that you're aware of any changes and updates to the classes and the requirements. So please, it's important to meet with us. We want to review your progress, any major changes. If you decide you want to change your major, we can do that for you. You used to be able to do it on your own, but they took that away. I think because they want you to try to stick with one major and get your education, get your classes completed and go on to the next step. But if you do want to change it, it's okay. We don't want you to feel like you can, but we want you to make sure it's something that you've given some serious thought to and you've taken some time to think about it before we don't want you to be just changing your major every day, right? We want you to pick something and make that a goal. All right. So we also are here if you need to drop a class. If you want to talk about, what happens if I'm going to fail this class? Is it better if I drop it? Can I drop it? We can talk to you depending on when it is in the semester. Every semester, you should get a syllabus from your instructor. Even if it's 100% online, they should be posting the syllabus on Canvas. So we want you to pay attention to that syllabus and see when your drop date is. So if it's a full term course, so right now for the fall, that was going to be starting in August all the way to December. If that's 18 weeks, you have the first 3 weeks of that full term class to drop your class without getting any mark on your record. No grade, it won't show up on your transcript at all. It'll be like you never enrolled. So please pay attention to that first 3 weeks. If you feel overwhelmed, we'd rather you drop it than stay in it and get a bad grade. You can drop within the 4th through the 9th week of class, but you'll get a W. W's don't factor into your GPA, but they do factor as an attempt. We usually only give you 3 attempts at a class. So let's say you've taken English 1A twice, that 3rd time we have to give you permission to take the class. If you don't pass it that 3rd time, there is a 4th repeat petition you can fill out, but those have to go to a committee and they're not always approved. And they take a long time to hear back. So please work on passing your classes that first time. Try not to get too many W's. What else? Because there is something also called progress probation besides the academic probation. So we want to make sure that you're not getting on either the academic or progress probation. So too many W's is not a good thing either. We want you to be passing more than 50% of the classes that you need to pass. Okay. 50% of the classes that you enroll in. All right. So again, more about the importance of meeting with us, planning for the next semester. There's something called Starfish Early Alert. And then I want to go back to the planning for next semester. So it's really important because a lot of the classes get filled up. So right now, if you're trying to add and register for any classes, a lot of them are full or waitlisted because people started planning and registering back in March for the fall semester. And we're going to start in probably mid-October to late October for the classes that started January. So you want to plan early to have the best chance of getting into the classes that you're wanting. So the earliest, you'll get an email in your student email and they'll tell you when your registration date is. So the earliest that you can register, the better. I have a lot of students where they've gone in and added the classes to their cart. Like on Amazon, you add stuff to your cart and then check out. So registering is your checking out. So you could add those classes to your cart to have them there. So when it's time to register, you just go in and click register, register, register. So I think it's happened like where students they stay up till midnight, and then when it's that next day of their registration date, they go in and register. So you want to do it as early as possible and plan early as possible with your counselor and get that SCP updated. Starfish Early Alert is something that your instructors use to notify us, the counselors, if they feel that you would benefit from us just, reaching out and having a discussion with you about what's going on. There could be some reasons, some extenuating circumstances that are going on in your life that may be causing you to not do so well in class. So the teachers, if they feel like you're at risk at failing or they see that you've been missing a lot of class, they'll let us know. They'll send us an early alert notification And so if you get a call from us saying we're calling you due to early alert or reaching out because of early alert, or maybe through email, that just means that, you know, someone out there is caring about you and we want to know how we can help you. So we have, we want you to know that we have tutoring online and in person. So and it's free. So if you need help, you want to make sure that you're utilizing those services. And then you, like we said before, you can meet with us as you need to. All right. So that's important. Jasmine, did you want to add anything on that?
No, Irene, you cover everything.
Okay, thanks. All right. So student success tips. Go to class. That seems like a no-brainer and like something we shouldn't have to say, right? But it is something we do want to say because it is very important. If you're not in class, you're not going to know what's going on. I've heard students say, I don't feel like I need to go to class. The teacher just goes over what's in the book. Like I can read that at home. And yeah, probably for some that might be true, but what happens if the teacher changes the location of the class for the next class meeting or the test? I have had students come in and say, I don't know where my class is. I went in there, nobody's in there. I don't know what's going on. So that's another reason it's important to get a buddy in the class. Jasmine mentioned that yesterday, that, you know, they don't have to be your best friend forever, but you do need to have a buddy in there just so that you can reach out in case you do miss class. Then you can say, hey, let's say it's Jasmine in my class. Hey, Jasmine, I missed class today. Can you tell me, did I miss anything important? Like what's our homework, or, you know, and then that way I can be updated. So you want to make sure you maybe get their phone number to text or an email or something. Complete your assignments. Please make sure you're completing your assignments in a timely manner for you and for your instructor. You want to get your grades back in a timely manner. So if you can complete your assignment in a timely manner, then your teacher should be grading that as, you know, in a timely manner. But let's say that you don't turn it in late, then you're not going to probably get your grade till later. So please complete your assignments, use good time management skills. So that has to do with you making a schedule for yourself. You can do this on a planner written down, or you can do it digitally. There's calendars. I use a Gmail calendar, and you can put your classes in there and then block out time for you to study, block out time for you to do your homework. Okay, so studying for your test, doing your homework, those are all important, and you need to put in other things in there as well. I've had this as an assignment for students where I want you to get a calendar and every day put from the morning to the evening everything that you're doing so that you can see that visual, because sometimes we don't realize how we're not blocking out time for us to even eat. I see students make their schedule, you know, they'll have a class from 8 to 10 or 10 to 11 and then 12 to 1. It's like, okay, when are you eating in that day? You know, when are you going to take a little break and do something that you need to do to take care of yourself? So please be aware of your time management and that you're making good use of your time. Office hours, I mentioned that earlier. All the instructors have office hours, so please find out when those are. They should be on your syllabus for each class. And they are paid to do those office hours, so please take advantage. That's time set aside for you to meet with them. So utilize all communication options: email, Canvas, in person, phone call. If they give you their phone number, you can call them or text them. But make sure that you're, you know, reaching out in any way possible. If you're emailing and you're not hearing back, go in person, go to the division office, say, I've been emailing this instructor, I haven't heard back from them. Can you tell me when their office hour is if it's not on the syllabus or you lost it? They can help you. All right, Jasmine, you want to add anything?
Yes, so basically, you're gonna know what works best for you. We all have different time management preferences and abilities when it comes to time management. Sometimes you're really good, you're on track, but sometimes you're like, I'm just surviving, going with the flow. And as Irene stated, we don't want you to be procrastinating, because at the end it's going to affect your health well-being. And you might be the student who's like, I work better under pressure and I do my best, but then you have all these things piling up at the end, and we don't want you to feel stressed or anything like that. So everything is a learning process. Definitely take advantage of office hours, because we do get paid for you to utilize those resources.
Drinks, like was it the Mexican or Latino Faculty and Staff Association, sometimes we have what they call cantaritos, so you never know what could be out there, so please visit the booths. Pathway activities such as this meeting we're having right now. Jasmine, can you think of other pathway activities that we might have for them?
Yeah, so the first week of school, usually we are out there of the business division. We have social ice cream. We have the map of Fresno City College for you to know like where to go during your first day of class. We use acronyms for everything. So for example, OAB means Old Administration Building. If it's number 100, it will be first level, 200, the second floor. So we'll be there just supporting you during your first week. And I believe it's Monday to Thursday, except for Friday. You get an idea. You can also go to our Fresno City College website, and then you can just type in FCC map, and then it will show you, it's interactive. So if you put OAB or social science, it will direct you there.
Thank you. So yeah, here's where the first week of school, 8 a.m. to 2, Monday through Thursday. So if you need any help, please go to the main fountain. There'll be booths out there. There's going to be one right outside the business division as well. You can go to your portal at the Fresno City College website, and then look in your email, find your class locations. We can help you with all of that at those booths if you need help with any of that. And then there's also live chat available on our website. So if you need help and you're off campus, you're doing 100% online and you have questions, you can utilize that live chat as well. So I'm not sure how this is working today, but you are supposed to have, I think maybe after this, access to a resource fair online where there's these different departments available to you. So health and psych services, student activities. Student activities on campus is a place that would be beneficial for you to visit. That's where you're going to go take your picture for your photo ID for your student ID. After you pay for it at our business office, then you're going to get your picture taken at student activities. And that's right next to the cafeteria. We just got a new vendor for the cafeteria, so you might want to check them out. They're supposed to be offering Chinese food, Mexican food, Italian, sandwiches, things like that. So please go visit that area. Health services has things like Band-Aids, maybe some Tylenol, over-the-counter stuff. So if you're not feeling so well, please visit our health services. Psych services is a place for you to go talk to somebody, and it is free and confidential. It's supposed to be a safe place for you to go and talk to someone if you're going through some things and you want to get some help. They're there for you. We also have the library, good place to go study, nice and quiet. I used to go there and just enjoy the quiet and the coolness right now. In the winter, it's warm, so it's a good place for you to go and get some studying done. Tutorial services, like I mentioned earlier, it is online and in person, and it is free, and so I would definitely take advantage of that, especially if you're struggling in a class. Sometimes they have classes where they have a tutor that's like embedded in the class called extending the class. So that might be something that you want to look into if you're having a hard time in a class. Career and Employment Center, they can help you with your resume. They can help you job search. They have job postings. I shared yesterday that my very first job was here on campus in the cafeteria. And I was a student here and enjoyed being able to go to class. I think I went to class in the morning, and then in the evening I would work in the cafeteria. So that was a good benefit to have and get some work experience as well as going to school. Dream Center, and we have that, they help, maybe Jasmine can share a little bit about that and the other areas after that. Go ahead.
Yes, so for Dreamer Center, it's a safe space for every student to go. That's designed specifically towards students who are undocumented, who doesn't have legal status here. And we have lawyers too for you to help you on your situation. So basically everybody can go. It's they always have food, it's always welcoming. You don't have to be a DACA student or for this type of student, we do use the AB 540 forms or any other forms that you need help. They can help you there, and everybody can go. As I said, it's they have different desks for you to work on. We have counselors, tutorial services, job opportunities. So definitely check it out. Our DSPS is, if I get the name accurate, is Disabled Student Program and Services. So let's say you need more time on a test, or you feel like this assignment is too difficult, and based on your let's say in high school you have you had an SEP, then we can work with you. And then also here we can let you know, like, hey, we can talk to the instructor and be like, hey, this student needs more time on the test. So we will just accommodate to your needs.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, Jasmine, I just am seeing you put in the chat, $5 to get your student ID. You can pay online or in person at the business office in the old administration building. So for your student ID, you can pay online or in person. So please be aware. And then, so what's next? So it looks like it's from 2:30 to 3:30. We have, I think that's the same. Maybe it's 3 to 4. I'm not sure. Then we have a workshop coming up for your portal and Canvas on August 3rd. That's tomorrow. And then let's see. You can write this down. You can get more information, FresnoCityCollege.edu/RAMReady. And then after this, there's going to be a survey that we want you to take online. So please check your student email for that. All right. Let's see. Any questions? There is our emails down there at the bottom. So Lori Swain, Lori.Swain@FresnoCityCollege.edu. This is me, Irene.Thirlwall@FresnoCityCollege.edu. And then Jasmine, Jasmine.Avalis, right? -Castro@FresnoCityCollege.edu. So please get those down so you can contact us later if you have any questions later. Was there anything that you had right now? All right, then you are free to go. Thank you. Please go to the resource fair after this. And thank you for attending.